Hello, fight fans. James Smith from In This Corner for Fight Now TV from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, where tonight Manny Pacquiao used the energy of the partisan crowd here in a somewhat confusing style of Tim Bradley to earn a 12-round unanimous decision win, taking the WBO welterweight title and handing Bradley his first defeat. Manny deserved this victory 2 years ago. He gets it tonight. After the fight, we sat down with his trainer, Freddie Roach, and had more post-fight reaction.
My opponent is trying to gut shot and to knock me out, and I'm trying to knock him out also. But there are a couple of times that he hit me also a good right hook and left hook. But it's okay. I managed one that punches. But all I can say this fight is I'm satisfied because you know, the Bradley that I fought last 2 years ago is different now. He's improved a lot. He showed his toughness, and we see. We see that in his last two fights with Marquez and Ruslan. So, but many times, you know, I hit him hard, but still there.
I have no excuses tonight. Pacquiao was a better man tonight. He showed what he's made of. The dude still has it. The reason why I love Pacquiao so much is he never ducks an opponent. He always willing to face the best, and he faced one of the best tonight, and he came out on top.
It's really important, this fight, for me in my career, because I have to prove that my journey in boxing will continue, and that's what I did tonight.
I never saw that style coming from Bradley. I mean, you know, Bradley is not supposed to be a big puncher, and you know, just his last fight he fought as a counter puncher. He beat Marquez counter punching, second a minute. I thought for sure he's going to try to box us and could be a counter puncher with this, because usually when people have success with a certain style, they kind of stick with it a little bit, you know. But he came out trying to kill Manny Pacquiao. He was going for the fences, swinging really hard, landing really hard body shots. Hurt Manny Pacquiao in the fourth round with the overhand right. I was really worried a little bit early in the fight, but then from the sixth round on, Manny started to take over and dominate the fight. But then overall, I'm a little disappointed in myself because I didn't get Manny ready for the right fight.
But there, I have a word here. It's I call it Tim Bradley's somewhat confusing game plan. I think if you had been working with Tim Bradley, is that the kind of game plan he should have had against your guy, trying to knock out? Tim Bradley has 12 knockouts coming into the fight.
True, I thought that would never happen. I said, you know, this guy's never going to try to like bang with us or try to exchange with us, because it would be silly. But he looked like a better puncher than ever tonight, because he was going for the fences with every shot. So I think he took the Marquez fight when Marquez hit us that overhand right and knocked us down, and he kind of went off that that fight, and that's where his game plan came from. And the thing is, you know, Manny won some of the early rounds also, but the thing is, you know, he got hurt in the fourth, and in the fifth it was a pretty close round. And from 6 on, man, he kind of dominated the fight. And but I told me, get out there and outbox this guy. He said, because you can't stay in the pocket too long, because if you do, he's going to swing back, and he's swinging really hard.
You know, I don't call it, I won't say it's necessarily stealing rounds like Ray Leonard used to do and Ali did, but what Manny, I thought, did a great job of is he knew when to go in, throw a 30-second, 40-second flurry, and then do what you said, get out. But 2 or 3 of those were enough to win a lot of those rounds, because Bradley wasn't doing a lot except I thought showboating. I thought that's what he was doing at times.
Yeah, because he was just looking for the home run all night long, just one punch at a time, and just like very selective. Like not a lot of combinations or anything like that. So I never saw Bradley fight like that ever in my life. And I says, I says, how can I get ready for playing that I never saw before? But I didn't really see that coming, and I really didn't have an answer for a lot of the questions coming back to the corner and tell me how to handle this, because I really hadn't prepared myself for that style.
Well, I don't think any of us were prepared for that. Can Manny sustain that explosiveness for 3 minutes around like he used to? I'm just wondering at age 35, 20-year career, whether maybe he can't even sustain that, and maybe if he tried to, it might get him in more trouble than good.
Yeah, it might get him in more trouble than good. The thing is, he still has speed and boxing ability, and he's got to use that a little bit more. He complained a little bit about leg cramps in the 6th round. And I told Manny, I says, you're going to just have to suck it up and fight. I said, if you don't box this guy, you might get knocked out, because if you stay in the pocket too long with this guy, he's going to swing back and hit you. I said, so I said, the way to beat this guy now is combinations in and out real fast. I said, combination, score some points, make him miss, and make right back in. So he did that pretty well towards the end of the fight, but it took him a while to really get into that mode, though. And I'm happy he got there, because he did dominate the last 6 rounds of the fight by far, I feel.
He's going to be off for a while with that cut caused by the headbutt. But what would you? I mean, I guess he could face the winner of the Alvarado Marquez fight. There could be Marquez 5 there, which would be intriguing for the fans. But I hate to say it, I think all roads lead to, or should lead to, the guy that lives down the street, Mayweather. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, mine too. The thing is, Mayweather's got to come to the table someday. I mean, the thing is, or his shows he's just going to keep losing money. If he doesn't fight the caliber fighter that he should be fighting, so Manny Pacquiao is definitely one of the guys he should be fighting, and hopefully he will come to the table. If not, we'll have to fight Marquez, because he knocked us out, and payback is something we want back. So. Either one would be fine, but Mayweather obviously is the #1 choice for me, you, and the whole world.
You're pretty good at assessing a guy where he's at and his physicality. If you had to put a number on how much longer you think we'll see Manny Pacquiao, how long would that be?
I would say another year or two. I won't, in that 2 fights a year, because that's with the market right now. That's all champions able to fight like twice a year, and it's probably not the best thing in the world for boxing, because it's really hard to be sharp for fighting twice a year. But that's the world we live in right now. So I would say a couple more years, but we're getting close to the end. It's getting closer and closer.
So the Pacman proves he still has some gusto in the tank. Again, he deserved this win 2 years ago. He gets it tonight. He improves to 56, 5-2, 38 KOs. We haven't seen the KO from Manny recently, but he gets the win. Tim Bradley suffers his first defeat. Think he'll take some time off. Manny's going to have to take some time off because of that cut, which required 32 stitches. I think, though, he'll take on the winner of Juan Manuel Marquez and Mike Alvarado. That fight's next month, so it could be Pacquiao Marquez 5. What it should be is Pacquiao Mayweather 1. We'll see if that ever takes place. Anyway, Manny Pacquiao victorious tonight, unanimous decision over Timothy Bradley. Reporting from the MGM Grand for Fight Now TV, I'm James Smith.